All right, guys. First things first, PIXY. Let's take this off. Start from scratch. Yesterday, PIXY. Obviously, guys, look, when I have to go like this, when I have to zoom in 5 friggin' times, then the chart ain't that friggin' extended, right? If the chart was extended, I wouldn't have to zoom in 5 times. Look right here. I don't have to zoom in at all for that. But that being said, yesterday we ran from the lows to the highs, 135%. We closed up 103, red to green. Now, guys, what do we do for gap downs? 10-minute EMAs. Did we gap below the 10-minute 21.34? Pretty much we did. Kind of into the 10-minute, but definitely below the 20-minute. Now, where is next pivot? Where is next pivot? This pivot right here is way too far away to short. So I'm not even going to fucking worry about that because if this goes like this, pops into there and dumps, so be it. Where is the clearest next pivot? Oh, look at how clear that is. Next pivot. Next pivot perfect. Along with red to green being right next to it. Along with fib life to the fullest. Right? So we have confluence. The 50 fib, next pivot, 61 fib, red to green. All in this area right here. Right? All in that area. So now what are we doing? Now we know that. We're taking off the 5-minute, off the pre-market data. We're going down. And we're saying, all right, we know where next pivot is. We also have some strong support right here. Really, anywhere in this area from the watch list is what I was thinking. Between 613 and 650, right? Around 613 and this pivot right here. Anywhere around here would be great. Now what do we do? Now we drop that down to the 1-minute chart. We've identified our zone. We're trading off the 1-minute chart though. So this was a little tricky right here, but guys, this is why you put your stops in important places, right? It spikes into your zone. It starts to reject. You short it. You don't stop out right here. No, I said stop red to green, right? So you're shorting above 6. Fucking dog. Hey! Get over here. You're shorting in this area and you're stopping out red to green. You're not choking out your trade. Short right here, stopped out. Short, stopped out. Look, this is what some people do. Boom, reject, short, stopped out. Oh, reject again, short, stopped out. Oh, reject, short, stopped out, stopped out. Stupid. So you're either shorting in the zone or you're waiting for a good trigger. Guys, this is a topping tail, right? But this isn't really a trigger. This right here is... Fucking dog, you want me to kill you? This right here is kind of a fake breakout trigger. But either way, right? This is why on this setup, this isn't a day 1 gap where we're shorting the trigger and putting our stop above. This is a zone. It's a day 2 gap down strategy. We're using the zone. Or if you're waiting, you can, when you start seeing a perfect trend line developing, then you just short the trend line break in here, right? Now you enter right here, whatever the case may be. Either way, whether you short it here, you stop the red to green, you short it here, stop the red to green, or you short here. Maybe on a clear trend break like this, I would put my stop above here and try to jam it down if you're already profitable and doing good. But as far as the overall mechanics of the setup, it's pretty simple, you guys. Start gapping down. We already know this. Take the pre-market data, turn it off so we can see what the hell we're looking at. Guys, look. If you're trying to set up your trade like this, it's just so much more dirty looking and like, yes, you can identify zones and fibs, but it's so much easier if you lose the pre-market data. Just lose it, right? Now what we're looking at is, okay, now we know where our zones are. We know where our next pivot is. We know where our best pivot is, which was obviously, best pivot is usually a gap fill pivot right here. Perfect. And then, that's it. Now hopefully you'll come back down to here. Still riding it. I think I have some cover orders around 445, 450. Maybe it just ticks about, end of day flush cover. Have a nice life. Right? So that was pretty good. And then next we had, guys, SMCI wasn't even on my watch list. And then all of a sudden, right before the open, I was like, wait a minute. Look, you guys, hold on, let me clear this shit. What happens is, guys, look, all right? Guys, look. 1, 2, 3, 3 red days, and then a massive gap down to what? To my favorite, one of my favorite EMAs, the 34 EMA. All right? So we get a massive gap down to the 34 EMA. Then what happens? Do I just buy it? Do I just buy it? No, I don't just buy it. I don't just buy it. So what? So what are we looking at here? Well, first things first. Is there any pivots? Guys, look, right? First things first, all right? This is the 34 right here. Let's do this. Let's mark it green so I know. Put that shit on there. All right, so guys, do we have any pivots though? Right there. Yes, we have this little pivot right here, which is actually in the same as the 34, and then not really anything till down here. So I don't really care about down there because it's too far away. Multi-touch pivot, right? So we have this little pivot right here. We have the 34 right there. Now look, it just so happens, guys, it just so happens that the pre-market low is at the same spot as the 34 in that pivot. So now I have confluence at this level. All right. So now I have confluence at this level. I have a pre-market low, I have a 34, and I have a pivot. Now, do I just buy it? No, I don't just buy it. As soon as this opened, it flushed and reclaimed this level long, right here. Boom, enter. And then I sold literally right here. So it was a quick fucking 30-point trade to right here. I meant to sell half and hold the rest for up here, which ended up working out better because I would have stopped out even on the rest. I sold all of it by accident, but it worked out better because it was a 30-point trade. Guys, you take 100 shares right here, that's $3,000 in fucking 1 second. 2 candles, 1 5-minute candle. Now, obviously, I meant to sell half, and then I put my stop at even. I thought it would just go up, pull back a little, and go high to here, but it didn't. But whatever. Now, of course, you guys see another fake breakdown at the lows. This comes down, goes back up, comes down. At this point, when it starts making high lows and reclaims this level, it's pretty safe to go long. Plus, you break this downtrend, right? I didn't keep trading it, but still. If I did, I would have said, all right. You know, I wouldn't take it on the first push back up right here because it just dropped so far. But maybe you get a fake breakdown right here. You know, it's below the level, but you can try it. But it reclaims back up. Now when it breaks this downtrend and it's back above this level right here, that's pretty good, holding that level right there. So now this will probably make its way back up to 950 eventually. Not all trades are easy, even if they're going to work. You know, sometimes they take you out before they get to your level, but that's fine. I don't care. I already got a 30-point trade off that. So it is what it is. Next we had AISP, which is, guys, I want to show you something. Guys, this is never, ever, ever, ever what I want to see before any friggin' trades. Now, yes, we got a sick fake breakout at the highs. That's great trigger right there. Massive stuff candle, fake breakout. But guys, the setup gets ruined when you get this kind of flush, especially to a very, very key level like this. And I knew that, but I was like, you know what? It still doesn't have a high chance to break that high. I figured what I was hoping for was this, you guys. What I was hoping for was this. I'll show you. I was hoping for this to come up here short and we take it back down to like at least here before it starts sticking about so we get a decent trade, but shouldn't have taken that. Once you get a strong wick off support like this, you really need a fake breakout trigger instead of lower high because this gives it the power to push past lower high, especially when you came literally in the pre-market all the way down to, what was it? Came down to literally $11. I really wanted to come down to 10. That's why I still took a shot at it. But guys, anytime the thing comes that strong of a wick, it just kind of ruins it, you know. That strong of a wick down, flush it open. Now, of course, you could have stuck with it. You didn't have to try to catch the top because, look, boom, huge drop. Now, guys, it's back below yesterday's high. Now, look, as long as it stays below yesterday's high, it's done. Look. So you wait. Massive drop. Wait to see if it can reclaim yesterday's high. If not, it's an actual fake breakout. And then you got the 61 fib and you short. Huge trade right there. I wasn't staying around to wait for that, but that was pretty nice if you kept watching it. You didn't have to try to catch the top. You didn't even have to try to get in on this fake breakdown because you're risking too much. But right here, as it comes back up, as soon as it breaks these candles lows, that's beautiful right there. It's a little fucking tight pattern right there. It's, can't make it back above yesterday's high, so we got a confirmed fake breakout and then dump. Pretty nice. pretty nice. Just be careful when this happens, guys. When it flushed down, really invalidates the trade always, even on day ones or day twos. It just makes it not as good anymore. I hate that shit. Next we had, what do we have? Oh, I wanted to show you guys something because we were talking about this in pre-market. What was that stock? Hold on. It did exactly what I said might happen, but and it gave you a sick trigger too. Because, guys, this is what happens a lot with these. Hold on. It didn't go to the best pivot, but the daily EMAs were just ripe for a rejection. It was only up. It wasn't up that much either. But what was it? It was H something stock maybe. Shit, what was the name of that ticker? I put it in the watch list. Hold on, didn't I? Wait. No. What the hell was the name of that friggin' ticker? H something.
Subpara.
Shut up, bitch. It was what the fuck was the name of that ticker? What was that ticker that was bouncing off the EMAs? Hold on, where's the chat that I posted? One sec, you guys. It's not on the scanners anymore, that's why. Oh, it was Zcar, sorry, Zcar. Yeah, because look, you guys, watch. Oops. So, guys, look at the stuff trigger, all right? Look at this stuff trigger. Now, look. What's this? The 34. Look. Look, you guys. This looks different than DAS, so it's not as good. But you'll notice on DAS Trader, you'll see it popped up right to the 34, right around over here, rejected, and now right back to the 34 again. It looks different on this one, but you'll notice on DAS, you'll see that. I posted it in the chat this morning. Let me see. Where is it? Right here, you guys. Check this out. This is exactly what I was putting the rectangles on. This morning I posted this in chat. You'll see this is probably what could happen, even though it's not the best pivot. It was just the same kind of thing that usually happens. Remember, guys, the first flag off the 2134 and the second flag off the 2134. Now, because the gap wasn't that big, I would have wanted a sick trigger. Well, guess what? This right here, my friends, is a sick trigger. That's a pop and stuff of the level, and then a just total melt because they downtrend on the daily chart just kicked back into mode because it was a second rejection of the daily 34. That's just perfect. Now, obviously, I was focused on other stuff, but if you was focused on that, that was pretty nice. Just rejected the daily 34 for the second time, and then boom, dump fest America. And it gave you a perfect entry trigger so you didn't have to guess. If you were watching it, you knew that was a trigger right there. Fake breakout, stuff, boom, boom, boom. Well, that's good because it was the best one. Even though it was not up that much, it was still a great trigger at a great key level. Great EMA, so that was good. Fucking Netflix. I only took half my profits on Netflix. Now it's going to come all the way back up to my entry. It bounced off that trend line. It's too bad. Oh, well. Yeah, so that was pretty good if you were staring at it. Next we had, was it Tesla, you guys. Guys, this is what we were talking about for the past 2 days, all right? Let's clear all this crap. Look, you guys, Tesla. Look at this. You see this? And you see this? This is a channel. Channels, when the angles are exactly perfect like that, that means you should be buying the bottom channel and targeting the top, just like right here and right there, just like right here, even though you wouldn't know it's a channel right there. But as of right here, as soon as that angle matches that angle, well, it was a different channel up there. We had it kind of like this. It was still a good setup. But now the channel is actually perfect. If you go on the channel tool, you'll see that it's actually like, right? See that, guys? The angle is perfect. That means you're a kitty cat if you don't wait for up here. That's all there is to it. So, how do we get in it then if we know this is the channel? As always, we get in it of one of three ways, right? We either get in it on a flush to our level in a trend break, which we could have had right here. It was too close to the end of the day, though. Or a pattern, which is what? A double bottom could be a pattern, right? Well, here's a double bottom, right? So if it breaks over that, you can try to jump the gun and buy it here, risking here, because you think it's a double bottom, right? You could say, ooh, this might be a double bottom. Now let me shut these off because it always makes it cleaner. So look, you guys, right here, all right? If you think this might be a double bottom, 1, 2, you can jump the gun. You don't have to wait for the break of the neckline. You can jump the gun, but you should wait for the break of at least the downtrend, right? So you know you have it 1, double bottom. Now, as soon as it breaks the downtrend, you long it with your stop below. Or what's next? Or you have to wait for a secret setup, which is what? The 10-minute EMAs cross over. We make a higher high. Did we make a higher high? Yes, we did. Now we need a fib bounce. Okay, fib bounce. But guys, as we know, it doesn't always go back to the 61 fib. So in that case, I'm looking at the 5-minute chart. I want it to go down to here because that gives me the best risk reward. But if it doesn't go down to here, I want to see some kind of trigger. Well, look, this is a really nice bottom tail hammer candle. As soon as this closed green, I went long, which I have to thank Barry and Jay Stop for talking about because I was just had price alerts right here waiting and I wasn't looking at it. But once they brought it to my attention, I saw this candle come down, hit the 50 fib, close green, long. Also, not only that, you can also trade a trend break, a tight micro trend break at the same time, like, whatever. Something like that. Same idea. Boom. Go. And now we're back onto the 5-minute EMAs, and now we're going to try to get back onto the 10-minute EMAs right here. And then once we get up, if we can break this, it's on and popping, right? On and popping. Then we have to contend with the hourly EMAs. Oh, it already held the hourly EMAs. So then I go to the 4-hour EMAs. All right, that's the next contention. We rejected the 8 on the 4. We rejected the 21 on the 4-hour chart. Hopefully now this is making a cup and handle, you guys. Cup, handle. Need to break over this high and get over those EMAs and get over that. And then what will we do? We'll go off to the daily EMAs, right? Well, after we break over that, we're coming back up here. Fill this gap, get back up to the 34 EMA, 21.34. And then at that point, you guys, I'm willing to bet my life what would happen is it's going to have a pullback from there. But it will only go like this, I bet now. Once it shows the strength enough to get up to the 21.34 on the daily chart, right? Even if it pulls back, it will only pull back to like the 8 or something. Maybe back to retest that. And then eventually, if you have enough cahooties, this will get out of here and start going towards that trend line. Day 2 gap down short, exactly. The only thing was, it was gapping down kind of on top of the 34 instead of clearly below both of them. But yeah, that's what it is. Day 2 gap down. Next pivot, perfect. Best pivot, perfect. So as you can see, guys, this is what I'll expect from Tesla. Push up to here, no kitty cat, pull back, go. Back to this target up here somewhere. And then, because guys, look, because this is ping-ponged off of this so many times, we could be able to break this now eventually, right? We get up here. Boom, we get up going up here. We reject those a little. Now, after we get through the daily, we have to go through the weekly EMAs. See how we got over here? Boom, boom, boom. Breaks through, pulls back, go. So then we get a little bam. Come down to here. Boom. Bah. Hold you know what's. Bam. Now we're styling. Profiling. Right? No kitty cat. And then, all in all, what are we looking at? We're looking to get back up to here. We kind of hit 61.50 here, but we want to be like taking our profits up here somewhere, ideally. That would be great. Because, guys, look. All this is, look what this is. Guys, all this giant fucking flag crap is what? Guess what? Guess what it is, you guys? It's just another higher low off this low. Look, higher low position always wins. Lower high position never loses. This is how we operate, guys. Look, guys, watch this. Big picture. Secret setup on the daily. Back to higher low position. Look. Look, little picture. Short. Back to higher low position. Look, little picture. Little picture short. Back to higher low position. Little picture short. Back to high or low position. Look. Little picture long. Back to lower high or low position. Right? This is all the same shit. Look, guys. High or low position. Boom. It's all the same crap over and over again, happening on different time frames. Look. This low right here. This one right here. That didn't work out that great, but still. It's the same shit. Different toilet. High or low position. These EMAs, the 61 and 78% fib, put you in high or low and low high position where the money ball happens pretty much almost every time. It is what it is. Look, guys. Look. Bingo! Look. Bingo! Look. Bingo! Look. Bingo! It's the same shit on different time frames over and 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 over again. That's all there is to it. Over and over and over and over she goes. Again and again and again. Whether you're on the daily shot, the 5-minute shot, whatever. Right? Low high position puts you in the bomb diggy place to take the trade. Same thing with high or low position. All right? And if you look at it this way, you guys, right? If you do this, yes, we like to risk off here, but if you do this way, look. Low, higher low, right? Low, higher low, right? Low, higher low. It's just over and over and over she goes. So that's about it. What else do we have today? Anything else that we were watching? I don't think. Wait, what else was on the watch list? SMR, guys. SMR didn't. Unfortunately, SMR first red day. Sometimes this happens, you guys. Right? Sometimes this happens. All right. Look, 10-minute EMAs. We gap below. Yes. Where is next pivot? This is the problem when next pivot is this low. This is the sucky thing that happens sometimes because guess what? Next pivot is right there. Then you have another next pivot right here, and you have the best pivot right there or right there. I like this one the best because it's the clearest, and it's closer to red to green. But sometimes, guys, next pivot is just so strong, it's all it does is reject it. It kills it, right? It just stopped it dead in its tracks. The only other way you could trade is if you're looking at the 1-man shot and you see it reject and bounce, reject, short. Can't get above next pivot. So that's the thing that McLovin. That's the thing that sucks about that, right? It is what it is. So I think that's about it. It's too bad it didn't set up, pop a little higher, but you have to be careful when next pivot is that when you have a next pivot that's that clear right there, because look how far it is from red to green. So you really want to short it there after you see it happen. Yeah, that looks great, but it's just tough because it's already gapped down $2, $1.50. That's makes it tough. And guys, GE was not a setup, like I said. GE, the setup was this. The setup was at the 61 fib. The only setup I would trade on this will be at the open. This thing goes like this. And then it starts to friggin' instantly like crate it down. And then, this after this time, it starts grinding back towards here. Yes, I expect it to break. So hopefully no one took that. Because that's not the same setup as what we're talking about. Pop and feel the level. So, no good. And then actually when it came up here, broke its trend, it was already above this level. All it did was retest and hold it. So you definitely don't want to trade that. Now maybe if we get up here, look. Now we're getting up in lower high zone. So guys, when it comes to this situation, right? You have to ask yourself, Do I think this stock's going to break out again? Do I think this stock has the mustard to keep breaking out? We have a huge reversal volume day here. Do I think it's going to ride up the 8 and break out again? Or do I care? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But if it wants to give me an entry with minute risk and a trigger up here, well, guess what? I don't like the fact that it has all this below now, because guess what? It could go up here and then it's going to be hard to break through this on the way back down. But that being said, if you want to give me a friggin' trigger on something like this, I would switch to the Heikinachis, definitely. If you want to get close enough up to here where I can get a dollar risk and you want to turn into another color Heikinachi, well, I'll take it, because if you're going to short a stock, there's no better place to short this if you think this may be the top than right here, right? Who cares if you get stopped out? Well, then you just wait for the new top again and then take the tiniest risk trade. Guess what? Guys, you can lose 4 of these in a row. You catch one of these and it is the top, fucking, you get an SMCI trade, right? And you don't kitty cat it because you screw up your metrics. If you're going to kitty cat it, you're ruining your metrics. There's no point even doing it. But I will definitely be waiting and watching to see if this thing's going to go up here and break. Guys, remember, look at this trend. If you want, I would only do it with the 10-minute chart now because that's more confirmation. But if this thing wants to stay inside the 78% fib, give me a trend break in a red Heikinachi, well, then guess what? I can risk less than $1 on a $170 stock. Then I would think it's worth a shot every day, twice on Sunday. That's it. So I'll be watching. I got that sheet up. I will be watching. When's GE earnings? Hold on, let's see here. Oh, by the way, guys, I don't know if anyone's in MU, but they have earnings tomorrow after the close, so it probably won't hold that much longer because I don't want to hold through open. I don't have enough cushion to hold through earnings. Anyways, that's it for today. That is the daily review, and we'll see what happens on this one. If anyone has any questions, let me know. Any questions? Thanks, brother. No questions? All right. Stop the recording.